1 second, bro. I'll kill
Alright.
you.
3, 2, 1.
One. Go.
Alright, come on. Bro.
Yes!
Alright guys, welcome back to Slayer Lineage Devlog episode 9. Today we'll be going over the base string moveset. This is one of those movesets that has multiple layers. There's base moves, there's M2s, and then there's a whole new set of moves with the awakening form. But today we'll only be covering what you attain in the base string moveset, which will be available in the December testing beta, and definitely a couple extra moves. But more info on that is in the Discord FAQ. Given that the concept for these moves were created by me, there generally won't be too many anime comparisons in this video. As always, I'd like to give you guys thanks for all the support you guys have been showing on this series. As a result of the posting of the last video, we hit 1.41 thousand subscribers. Still crazy to me to think that my New Year's resolution was to get 1,000, but we might even be able to hit 2. And none of this is possible without you guys. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, just know everything that I'm about to showcase is still a work in progress. There's likely to be changes and things added before the first testing beta. With that said, in a lot of Demon Slayer Roblox games, I noticed that the strings and the slashes are usually more mesh based, making the strings feel more fixed, and not really having any webby effects to make up for that. But with this moveset for select moves, I really tried to put emphasis on the webs, so it can moreover live up to what it represents, spider webs. And do not get me wrong, this is not me saying my version is better. This is just how I chose to display the visuals in my game. With that said, let's go over the first move. String pull. It launches a thread that latches onto enemies nearby and yanks them straight towards you. Anyone who's played any fighting game with a pull move knows this is great for combo potential, and it opens a variety of different combos you can do. You can pull them in, use a string slash or web them down, or you can even just use it as a gap closer for M1s. However, this move can be blocked. The visuals for this move is very simplistic, but the concept of the move is simple itself, so there may be some animation improvements and web animation improvements. But with that said, let's move on to the next move. String slash. Right and left threads whipping outwards, cutting like blades. It's a great follow-up for string pull or after 4 M1s. It's fast, deals clean damage, and works as your bread and butter strike. This move can have environmental impact though. There's a more powerful version of this move in the awakened moveset for string, which is the use of red threads, Rui's most powerful. But with that said, on to the next move. Web strike. Fires 3 threads outwards from your arms. If they land, they explode and the target is webbed up against their surrounding for 3 seconds. This is a crazy control move, whether you're using it on NPCs or players. And I gotta say, making these webs took me a minute. Making the web textures, then making the properties, and then making them shoot out from the player and stick around its environment perfectly was no easy task. These webs can be blocked, but if not blocked, there's another special way to get rid of these webs. Brute burning power or fast cutting speed, only known to that of a sun breather or a thunder breather. Oh, and of course Nezuko's blood demon art. Let's break this down. All of these moves are fully coded and done, but I can't showcase it in this video, as it'd be way too early. But simply put, a handful of sun breathing techniques can slash through the threads and burn them. This furthermore goes for Nezuko's blood demon art. They can easily burn the threads and free themselves. So string against these moves in base mode would not be a fun matchup. Awakening would probably be necessary. As for thunder breathing, mobility granting moves like sixfold or thunderclap and flash quite literally cause the strings to stretch and break. There will likely be more techniques that can counter it, but as of right now, these are the only ones. But with all that said, let's move on to our next and final move of the base showcase, the Spider Father Summon move. This move actually has an M2 variation. So for the M1 version of the attack, the move's an evasive. You summon the Spider Father, who creates multiple shockwaves through his powerful roar, which in turn, as you can see, has multiple damage ticks for each shockwave. But then the M2 version kinda clearly shows why I cannot be allowed to watch any other animes while making a Demon Slayer game. Cause there's kinda like a combination of 3 animes into one move. And one may ask, why did I make this? I don't know. Should I include it in the game? I don't know. Is it kinda busted? A little bit. But let's break it down anyways. For the M2 variation of the move, the headless corpse from Mount Nanagumo appears behind you and is sealed with divine webs. To break the webs, you have to complete 6 quick time events, which breaks the web each time you get it right. And each time you get it right, your character changes poses and hand signs. Once all the divine webs are broken, and you break the seal, well, it's a little different from that of Maharaga, but Nah, that doesn't happen. The NPC will just fight by your side until it breaks apart, because technically it's not living, as the one in Mount Nanagumo is actually being controlled by threads. But with all that said, that brings us to the end of Devlog episode 9. Like, subscribing, and sharing the video is always greatly appreciated. Next video, we'll be going over another breathing, as I've been shuffling between breathing, BDA, and so on. Thank you guys as always, and until next time. The Slayer Lineage Devlog, episode 10. Dang, you made it far.